Here we have a SAT math question. Let's go with the information. There is an expression given over here. 4x positive 4 times ax negative 1 negative x square positive 4. In the expression above, a is a constant. If the expression is equivalent to bx, where b is a constant, what is the value of b? So the above expression is equivalent to bx. That is 4x positive 4 times ax negative 1 negative x square positive 4. So this expression equals to bx according to the information we have in this question. Okay, so we have to find the value of the constant b. Okay, so whenever two expressions are equal, what we can do is we can equate the coefficients of like terms. So when we equate the coefficients of the x term, that is because on the right side, the coefficient of x is b. So once I'm done with the simplification of the stuff on the left side, I can equate the coefficients of x, then I can get the value of b. Okay, let's simplify the expression we have on the left side of this equation. So for that, I have to multiply the two binomials over here using the FOIL method. That is first term by first term. First term for x, here first term for x. When I multiply the first terms 4x and ax, I'm getting 4 times a times x square. Okay, now I have to multiply the outer terms 4x and negative 1. When I multiply 4x and negative 1, I'm getting negative 4x. Now I have to multiply the inner terms. That is in FOIL method, like first we multiply f, the first terms, and O, outer terms. Then the third alphabet is I, that is inner term. The last alphabet is L, last terms. Okay, so far we have completed multiplying the first terms 4x, ax, and the outer terms 4x and negative 1. And now I'm going to multiply the inner terms 4 and positive ax, and it will be positive 4ax. Now I have to multiply the last terms 4 and negative 1. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And also we can write the rest of the stuff in the expression, that is negative x square positive 4 equals to bx. Okay, now let's order the terms in the expression over here. So always we write with the term which contains the variable with the largest exponent. So here we have the variable x and the largest exponent is 2. So let's write the terms with the largest exponent. So we can write 4ax square and negative x square. Okay, I've written the terms which contain x square. Now we can write the terms which contain x. So there are two terms over here which contain x. So let me write the term which contains x with the positive sign. So this positive 4ax first. And let me write the x term with negative sign, that is negative 4x. And this negative 4 positive 4 will be cancelled because it's zero pair equals to bx. Okay, now in the first terms, we find x square in common, so we can factor x square out. If x square is factored out, then we have 4a left in the first term and negative left in the second term. So I just factored x square out from the first two terms. Okay, let me factor x out from the next two terms. Then I'm getting 4a negative 4 times x. And here on the left side, we find the term which contains x square. But on the right side, we just find only one term which contains x. Since we find a term which contains x square, on the right side also we must have a term which contains x square. For that, I'm writing 0x square positive bx. So because 0x square is nothing but 0, since we have the term which contains x square on the left side, so I am writing a term with x square on the right side by taking 0 as coefficient because its value is 0. Okay, now the expression on the left side, the expression on the right side are equal. So whenever two expressions are equal, the coefficients of like terms must be equal. So what is the coefficient of x square on the left side? It's 4a negative 1. What is the coefficient of x square on the right side? It's 0. So it can be equated to 0. What is the coefficient of x on the left side? It's 4a negative 4. What is the coefficient of x on the right side? It's b. Okay, now our aim is to find the value of b. For that, we have to be knowing the value of the constant a. So we can solve for a in this equation. So let me add 1 to both sides. When I do so, this negative 1 positive 1 will cancel. I'm getting 4a equals to 0 positive 1 will be 1. Let me take that equation over here. That is 4a equals to 1. So to solve for a, I have to divide both sides by 4. So when I divide both sides by 4, this 4 will cancel. I'm getting a is equal to 1/4. Okay, so my aim is to get the value of b. So now I got the value of a, that is 1/4. I can plug in a is equal to 1/4 into this equation and solve for b. Let me write that equation as it is. That is 4a negative 4 equals to b. Okay, now I plug in a is equal to 1/4, that is 4 times 1/4, negative 4 equals to b. So this 4 will cancel out. I'm just getting 1 negative 4 equals to b. So 1 negative 4 is equal to negative 3. So negative 3 is equal to b. I've solved for b. So the value of b is negative 3. I find the value negative 3 for b in option B. So the correct answer choice for this question is option B.